Yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm sorry for being late. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. So we are going to study another subject, a new subject. So everybody has the handouts, printouts, yeah? Do you have them? Yeah. So let's read this one. Of course, we know what we are going to do in the announcement, reminder announcement. I said the question. So I think the question is, who will remind us the question? What was the question?
If there's no, why should we be praying if there's no reward that we will get in return? What's the point in praying if there's no reward?
For example, while we are praying, we say, for example, the typical example, I am ill, please God, give me health. That's the prayer, isn't it? Asking God to give me health. The text says no. For example, you need something and pray for it is a wrong attitude. The text says it is a wrong attitude. It is a misunderstanding of prayer or the sense of worship. Now, the author is going to give the reasoning why it is wrong. So, when I am in need of something, I should turn to God, but not in order to get the result. So what is the point then in supplications, in praying? Did you get it? Did you get the question? So everything you can ask. Are you related? No.
He's my cousin.
So your cousin? No, I don't think this was the guy once the younger ones came.
Oh, no, those were my
nephew
and
nieces.
Time. Yeah, first time.
Well,
no, actually, second time. He was in Wednesday class as well.
Okay. So, can you read the text and see? So, when you are reading, emphasize on the meaning.
Okay. Oh, soul.
Soul means?
The ego?
Yeah. Egoistic expectations side of it. So, I want for myself. Yeah, attribute the things to myself. That is the side of human being. Yeah, speaking to this side. Of course, human beings have another side, which makes us real human being, which is spirit. So, but also it's called also soul in English. So it recognizes it is owner, its creator, and it is a means to understand who my creator is. But we are given an alternative that we may not use this spirit, but attribute the things to ourselves. So as a conclusion, attribute the qualities of the things to themselves. It means saying that they are natural. So in our personal life, we may attribute the qualities in us to ourselves, saying that they are mine. So this side of the human being distorts the truth. So the author is addressing to this side, hey, be careful, what you are doing is not right. You can understand it. It is not right. It's not beyond your capacity. You are not robot-like creature, a creature that doesn't know what's going on. Now you can judge. Although you have the option, but you can judge what is right, what's wrong. Yeah.
Worship is not the introduction to additional rewards, but the result of previous bounties.
Now this is the if you like, backbone of the subject. Why? Let's go to this side. But the result of previous bounties. So very simple. It's not difficult. Very simple. But practically, we are not familiar with this approach. It's very simple. Previous bounties. What is the previous bounties? For example, I am ill. The typical example. And I want health. Because I prefer health. I prefer health. How do I know that I want health? I have experienced before. That's why I want health. Because when I am ill, I compare the illness with another thing. So I said, no, I don't want illness, I want health. Even I was born with a certain illness. I see other people don't have it, and I have it. Even I don't experience, I know that the health situation of that event exists. So it's very important to notice that we have to pay attention to the
Attitude.
source of existence of the thing that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want health? Why do I need health? How come that I prefer health? I understand that I am giving the sense of preferring the health. And I am aware of the existence of health. Now, what is my question here? What I should emphasize on for myself? Mm-hmm. I prefer health. So I have to think, where did the health come from? What is the source of existence of health? When do I question this? When I experience the illness. The illness, the existence of illness is necessary. Only through the existence of illness that I realize the existence of health. We studied this before.
Yes.
So if I understand and realize that only through the existence of illness, I am able to see that such a thing, which is called health, exists. First, I have to concentrate on this side. What is the source of health?
What's interesting in what you're saying is that health is like a positive quality. Illness is, well, you may think of it as
for
a lack
your
of
expectations.
health.
It is a positive quality for your expectations, which is not wrong. Because you are given the sense to like the illness,
But that's
to
a human
prefer the health. I'm sorry.
Right.
To prefer the health.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, the creation of health is better than the creation of illness.
Right.
But the absolute, in the absolute sense, the creation of health is good. Creation of illness is good as well. But you don't prefer the illness. But you need illness in order to understand that such a thing, which is called health, exists.
Okay, all right.
We have to understand this is the fundamental frame of thinking. If we miss this one, anything in this frame, you cannot solve any problem.
So again, from my perception, I perceive illness to be a negative event or
For me.
quality for me, from my perspective.
Yes, I don't want it.
Yes. So only through experiencing illness do I question the source of existence of health.
Yeah.
Okay. Only
Because
through
I become aware.
experiencing-
Now, why do I question the source of existence of health? Because I become aware of such a thing exists.
Such a thing? What thing?
Health.
Health exists, okay.
Yeah. If there was no illness, no way to understand that health exists.
Okay, good. Yes.
I wouldn't realize.
Mhm.
Only with the contrast that I realize. Contrast.
So that's human nature, right?
That's how we are made.
So I get to know things by its opposite.
How we are made. Don't use the nature.
Oh, we are.
How we are made.
Hmm.
Okay, we operate within the order
Mhm.
in which we are made.
Mhm. Okay.
So we have to be very careful with every word we use.
Okay.
Not always, but we'll try.
Right.
Okay, carry on now.
No, this is great. So
Yeah.
let's move on. What else?
So when I am ill, what I should do, would you like to say
I
something?
just wanted to, I sort of understand the concept of that you understand the existence of something through the existence of its non-existence sometimes, right? That way that you can understand that something exists. But there are things that I understand they exist, even though they don't have a clear opposite.
Give me an example.
Like I understand that the color green exists.
So green, yeah,
Green.
if there was no other color, you would never realize that.
But there's
such
other
a
colors.
color-
There's red, there's yellow,
Yeah,
there's
that's why it contrasts, you understand. If there was only green, you would never understand that there is color. Impossible.
So it's not always just like it's not always just two opposing things. It can be multiple shades or.
It could be multiple phases, not just healthy and non-healthy. There's a lot in
What is an
between.
example?
No, I understand.
Make it simple. The practical as well.
Okay.
So when illness comes, I don't want it. What shall I do? What do you do? It's very simple, very practical, and very real as well. You have to go back. I don't want illness. What do I want? Health. And what was the source of existence of health? Have I worked on it? No. You cannot turn to God.
Before getting to the source of existence of health, you first need to analyze illness. What is the source of existence of illness? Because
No.
only then will you be able to.
Just the opposite.
Really?
Illness, no.
Because
no,
if
our
you're
mind-
struck by a calamity, you're like, okay.
So, okay, why?
Where
This is
is
a
it coming
calamity in contrast to a good, preferable type of existence.
Mhm,
So, in fact,
mhm.
calamities are not calamities.
It's my
According
perception.
to our expectations and liking, disliking, that's how we are encoded.
Mhm.
So when I experience something which I call calamity, which means the opposite is what I want.
Mhm.
So it reminds me the real existence. In fact, illness is the lack of, not completely lack, but less manifestations of health.
Mhm.
That's what we call it illness.
Mhm.
So we said we studied this before, and on several occasions, non-existence doesn't exist. Non-existence of health doesn't exist, but less appearance of health exists. Maybe 1%, maybe 80%, maybe 99%, but less appearance.
Less health exists.
Yeah.
No health does not exist.
No,
Well, that's again
what
my
do you mean?
per-
No, what,
Hang on a
careful, be
second, I'm
sure.
trying-
Watch out.
So
What do you mean by no
illness
health?
for me would be.
Don't hurry, don't hurry.
Okay, let me calm down.
What do you mean by no health? There's no such thing.
Okay. So if I am.
If there is no such thing, you cannot think of its existence because it doesn't exist.
So my question is, everything exists, right? Whatever I perceive exists. So if I'm given some kind of calamity, for me it exists.
Make it simple. Illness. It's an example.
And illness. So illness exists,
Yes.
right?
Illness is, in its nature, less manifestation of health.
Health. Okay.
So you want more manifestation of health.
So that's all there is in creation.
Yes, there
There's
is
no
only
lack.
health.
There's no lack of anything in creation.
Because non-existence of something doesn't exist. So how can you talk about it? Think about it. Do you get it? Non-existence of something doesn't exist. How can you think about it? So what we do practically,
So if I
we want to recover health. So I need to work on the source of existence of health. How come health exists? So what you have to do, if you are convinced that health is coming from, let's say, a hospital. So this is the creator of the health. What you do when you are ill, you go to the hospital. Isn't it? Because you prefer health. So if you think that health is created by the creator of the universe, what do? You go and turn to the creator and now confess, admit, state your own understanding that you are the creator of health. I acknowledge you and I need health now. I turn to you. You see that your turning to God prayer has nothing to do with your illness. It has everything to do with acknowledging the source of existence of health and admitting it, stating it, saying that this is what I need. You are my creator. You are the creator of the health, creator of health. Here I am. I need it. I turn to you. That is worship. Acknowledging it. Do you understand? It's very simple, but why we don't see the importance of this kind of things, we never think. We just take it for granted that I am ill, whether a person is a believer or not. If he is a believer, he says, I have to, please God, give me health. Why? He doesn't have. He's bargaining with God now. I asked you, and then the health doesn't come back, return. Why? What does he say? God is not responding. That is one side. Those people who don't accept, who don't believe in God, what they say, this life is, this existence is horrible. Sometimes health happens that I am fine, but when illness happens, that is the bad luck. What they do, maybe they curse nature, but this is not a general practice. What is the general practice among the common people? When they are ill, when they start experiencing illness, They remember God. And they say, oh God, give me health. Or, God, you are a bad person or the bad thing, bad guy. You give me illness now and you are torturing me. You are a bad God. And criticize God. Most of the people criticize God. Do you get it? You get it?
The first part is not bad.
Which
The
one?
first part that you said, that they remember God.
No.
Because that's
They remember God in the negative things that they experience.
But that's
When
what
they-
we agreed that that's the reason of its existence. No?
Yeah, but it must make me go back to the beginning rather than turn to God and start criticizing God. Go back to the beginning. Say, what do I want? I want health. What is the source of existence of health? I have to go back. And if I acknowledge that the source of existence of health is the creator of the universe, so when the health is manifesting in me, in my existence, less than I would like it to be, then I have the right to go back to God now, saying that I acknowledge that you are the health giver. Now I come to you, but this is an acknowledgement. I am not bargaining with you. I am just admitting that you are the creator of health because I understood when it manifests, this health manifests this less, I am not happy. So I don't want to be unhappy. Please give me health. So the response will be in both cases. First, when I turn to God, asking him to give me health, full health, it is the right attitude, but it doesn't mean that I am bargaining with him. I am acknowledging. I am confessing my previous acknowledge. That is worship. Others, when I am ill, please God give me health, is not worship. It is bargaining. That is the missing point.
So the acknowledgement part is what's needed instead of, hey, give me this. But you have to analyze that, hey, before I experienced this, I realized you're the source of existence of this. So I ask you to provide me again with this.
That is worship. Worship means acknowledgement. We are here to acknowledge the source of existence of everything. That's it.
Can I ask a question?
You know, it's a very simple. So, for example, prayer is the means of acknowledgement. Fasting is the means of acknowledgement. Giving to charity is the means of acknowledgement. But we will say, how about asking for health? It is a means of acknowledgement. So the Creator teaches me now. We have to be very careful. So the Creator teaches me in both sense. First, I am the creator of the health, and my order, you are in this universe, my order of creation is known to you. You can explore it and see how I give health to you, create health to you. When I go and search for the cure of it, is also acknowledgement, because the order belongs to him. But at the same time, what I do, I connect the order of the universe to the orderer of the universe in my attitude. That will be a worship as well. Worship, acknowledgement. But if I don't, for example, I prayed, it didn't work, I'm going to the doctor. What does it mean?
That's your prayer.
No worship.
Oh.
It's not prayer. It is not worship. It is a waste of time. and negative conclusion. The result is negative because we will be negative towards the creator. He didn't respond. God says, look, I created in this universe. Look for the means. And while you are looking for the means of recovering your illness, this is my order. And when you acknowledge it, this is worship. So you're going to hospital, you're going to visit the doctor, will be a means of worship. Do you get it? Very exciting. You can turn all your simple daily life into worship. It's like, how do you say, magical thing, turns everything into gold. Alchemy. It's like an alchemy. It's very simple. Why don't we do it? Because we never think religious matters. We just imitate the culture. We just take it everything on the surface. When it comes to religion, on the surface. When it comes to speciality in the word, the profession, we go into very deep. And that's the punishment, if you like. Punishment is deprived of being a worshipper in any case, in every occasion. You can become a worshipper of God while you are doing your shopping, when you go to the hospital, in this particular case, or when you drink water, when you eat, when you breathe. I don't know. If it is very hot, the weather is created hot, you put your AC on, worship, because I am obeying your rule. I am obeying your rule means acknowledgement. Everything becomes a means of worship. And you become a perfect worshiper of God. And you fulfill the mission of your existence. Otherwise, you waste your time. Even while you are doing some prayers, or the worship, or rituals, etc., because of the lack of the foundation, waste of time. But it doesn't mean totally leave it, but it is missing a lot. Because you are worship, you are praying, but missing the worship aspect of it. Now, you wanted to say something.
If illness is given to person A, does person A have should he be questioning what is the source of existence of this illness? Or should he be first? I think automatic human, the way we are.
Automatic human beings, through the illness, they become
aware of health.
So they have to question the source of existence of health.
Okay.
Because illness is by definition not totally lack of health, but partially lack of health.
Mm-hmm. So when we're saying, okay, thank you, that's solved. When we're saying that things are known for me in this universe by their opposite, so we really mean that the opposite really means lack of something
yeah.
good.
But partial lack of,
and
percentage.
Partially,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Not 100% lack.
Yes, of course, that would be non-existence then.
And non-existence,
Does not
you cannot
exist.
comprehend
Okay.
non-existence.
So that was it.
So can you say who created the non-existence? It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
It is nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It is only conceptual.
Okay. And if a person is in a state of, for example, illness is given and you're just zooming in on that illness, and then, without even questioning everything else, in this state, you're really heedless, right? Unaware, and that's non-existence. Can we say that?
No, you are missing the point. You are missing the value of your human quality
Of
is
your
perfect.
existence as well. When you're missing the value of your human
But it doesn't mean
existence.
that you don't exist. It means you are not fulfilling your mission 100%. Less, some to a certain extent, but not completely. You don't exist.
Okay, because we define that non-existence does not exist.
So
when
you
I'm
understand
heedless-
that, yeah? You
when I'm-
understand that.
Okay,
Every human being can understand that.
okay.
We cannot discuss, we cannot talk about anything does not exist.
Mhm.
It is meaningless, it's contradictory, it is obvious to every human capacity.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
It's very simple.
Very simple, yes.
Would you like to?
Yeah, so when you were talking, you said that looking for a cure, for example, is considered worship.
Why?
Well,
Depending on our consciousness.
but I think that there's also, like, even if you're not consciously thinking about it, there is some implicit realization that there is a creator, because if I'm looking for a cure, I'm assuming that this universe was created in an order. Because if there's a disease and I'm saying that there must be a cure, then that implicitly means that it was created in such a way that every disease has a cure.
Yes.
And even if I don't realize it, I'm implicitly saying it, that there must be a cure. That means that it must have been created in a way that every disease has a cure.
Yeah. So
It couldn't have been haphazardly that way.
if the person works with the lab and tries to find out the cure for a certain illness, if he is conscious that the order that he is going through, investigating through, is established by the one who created the whole universe. Now he is looking for the solution, cure for a certain illness. If he says, I am looking for the cure of this illness within the order of the creator of the universe, and I am given the sense to search for it, because we prefer healthy life, health, so I am obeying his order. When you are hungry, very simple. When you are hungry, if you are aware that my hunger is a sign from the Creator reminding me that I have to eat something. And this is the order of my Creator. It is the will of my Creator, let me use another word. And the Creator says, within his order, search how I give the food. When you are searching for the food, for example, you are cultivating the land and doing some sort of agricultural activities or farming, if you say that I am searching for the food that the Creator is going to give me. So if you do it with this consciousness, it is acknowledging the order, the will of the orderer, or will of the Creator of this universal order. So your acknowledgement is your worship. But if you don't realize it, if you say, I'm going to grow some corn, some, I don't know, vegetable, fruit, and sell it and make money, what happens? Waste of time. According to the purpose of your existence. You are not fulfilling your mission. So it's a very simple acknowledgement. Consciousness is the key. Don't say that I believe in God and God created everything, that I have to work. What does it mean? Why do you work? If you are not aware of it, you waste your time. That's why in Islam, in Islamic tradition, they say working is a worship as well. But with one condition, there is a difference between animals are working, atheist people are working, and what makes it different that a person will work and it will be a worship? Yeah, acknowledgement, submission. Submission in your mind and understanding that, look, I am following his order, his will. I am obeying his will. It's a very simple, very simple.
Following his will.
Yep, and that's what we are here, to acknowledge him.
I want to get to the money part. So let's say, did you plant some seeds? Produce comes out. You're conscious that you're just following the order.
If you are conscious.
And then obviously, let's say you have a business, and then how do you handle the revenue part? It's the result is created. That's the revenue is the result.
Here is the weather. Here is the atmosphere. My lungs need air. I breathe and I'm alive. If I don't breathe, I die. So the reward is there. That's your consciousness. Consciousness, awareness of the source of existence is everything.
Going back to work, so when I'm in acknowledgement, I shouldn't be fixated on the end goal that, I'm going to generate this much revenue. That's a no-no.
It is given. No. You will say that I have to do this, whatever it is given.
Okay.
No bargaining. No bargaining. I will do this, and my creator, because I did this, I prayed, I fasted, whatever. So my business will go smoothly, or I will be successful. No. Whoever complies with the order better, he will be successful. Not necessarily that a person, I'm a Muslim, I believe in God, I will be successful. Pointless. What is the success? Quran says, what is success? Who is farihun, or who is saved in the Quranic? Only those who are conscious of God will be successful. But you, for example, in the lab, somebody works more diligently than me, and he gets the cure. I cannot. Okay, he found out the cure. Okay, but as far as his existence is concerned, as far as his existence, the purpose of his existence is concerned, are we here to find out the cure, or are we here to acknowledge where I come from? So he is successful in worldly terms, but he is not successful in fulfilling the purpose of his existence. So what are we expected to do? We have to search seriously within the order of the universe and with full consciousness that I am just looking for the will of God, how he creates the cure, for example. But you can find it, you may not find it, nothing to do with your work, because you have already fulfilled the purpose of your existence. Do you understand? If you find it, it is a grace. If you don't find it, you are not the loser. But while you are working in order to search for the source of cure, if you are sluggish, not careful, that's your mistake. You are not being serious in obedience of the will of the Creator. Even you say God, it's very practical to me. And we can understand it, we can live accordingly in this world. Very simple.
To me, now worship also looks not only as an acknowledgement to previous bounties, but also as a way to renew your covenant with the source of your existence. Because everything is.
But that's acknowledgement, isn't it? The covenant is acknowledgement. What else do you want to do? So all the acknowledgement and do nothing, it means you are contradicting yourself. I acknowledge that the order of the food is created by God and I don't obey the order. For example, I acknowledge that my creation belongs to the one who created the whole universe. I don't express it. It means prayer. If I don't pray, what am I doing? Prayer is the means of your acknowledgement. If you don't pray, what does it mean? Your claim of acknowledgement has no base in your practical life. That's why in Islamic tradition, prayer is the foundation of worship. You believe. If you believe, you have to do it. If you don't do it, it doesn't mean that you don't believe, but at the same time, you are not really being inconsistent with your belief. And you have to work on it. If you don't work it, that's your problem. I'm not going to say you are bad, you are good, but that's your problem. It means there is a problem there. Now, after solving this fundamental sentence, the rest is very easy. Right? Any questions so far? Clear? It's very simple, but we have to develop it. It shouldn't be only an intellectual activity. It means we have to work on it and be sincere, really. Try to question everything we do. Why am I doing this? Why is it happening in this way? Questioning. Without questioning, really, you cannot have an answer. It means there is no belief doesn't occur. And then if someone really say, I believe in God, etc., without questioning, it means he is just following the cultural religion. We have to be serious in this questioning. It's not difficult. It needs consistency. It needs seriousness. It's not difficult. And put all the matters related to religion into this cup, if you like, into this frame of thinking. So you can solve it. So now you can start reading from the beginning now.
Okay. O soul, worship is not the introduction to additional rewards, but the result of previous bounties.
Now you understand? Results of previous bounties now became clear. Did it become clear? Previous bounties, results of previous bounties. Because acknowledgement of the previous bounties. That is worship. Yeah.
Yes, we have received our wage and are accordingly charged with the duties of service, that is worship.
Yeah, the service means worship. Worship means acknowledging, being conscious. It's very simple.
Our wage? What is wage?
Sorry?
We have received our wage.
Yes, our wage. Already. You are given health. That's why you are comparing.
It's been given.
Yeah. Now, when the wage is, for example, you receive your payroll coming. One day when it doesn't come, we realize, oh, where is the payroll? Huh? So previously you received it, and now when it stops, it is time for you to think, who was sending the payroll? Huh? Let me go and ask him, then I need the payroll, they're running, coming. So because of the previous payments, if you like, previous gifts, of course, in the creation, they are all gifts. We deserve nothing, they are all given. So because of the acknowledgement of the previous gifts, now we turn to God and say that, thank you for the payrolls you have been sending to me, but I need this month as well. Do you understand? So previous ones are important. I think the very simple matter here, or the simplest side of the matter is, please be careful, which is in the culture. That's why it is very likely for us to follow the culture. Don't turn prayer into bargaining. I have come to you, I will come to you, and I pray so you will give me a good job. It has nothing to do with prayer. It has nothing to do with sense of worship. It is just a waste of time. So when your answer, your request is not met, what happens? You get disappointed with God. And because you said, oh God, I asked you to give me health and you didn't give me. Either you are not there or you are not a merciful God and you are not keeping the promise that I will worship and I will pray and you will give me. Everything will be messed up because of one thing. Just praying in order to get something. No. That's very secret, very simple secret there. Never pray in order to get something. Never ever. So I will pray, I will fast, I will wake up at night, I will go istikhara prayer. So in the morning, I will know which is the best, that God will tell me. These are all baseless understanding. Even istikhara, the people keep saying that if there is something unknown to you in the future, did you make istikhara? Did you make istikhara? Istikhara means asking for the good. Istikhara means khayr. Istikhara means asking for the good. Ghafara, istighfar, asking for the forgiveness, the same form. It means, what is khayr for me? I don't know. Please give me the khayr. Because you are the one who gives the khayr. I acknowledge it. There's nothing more. Don't expect a magical, I don't know, not magical, fortune telling. God will tell you what will happen good in the future for you. No one knows the future except God. And the creator, of course, should know, otherwise he wouldn't be able to create. And I'm not expected to know the future through istikhara even. No, istikhara is an expression of your acknowledgement. That whatever is khayr comes from him. I acknowledge it. That's it.
So there's a prayer to do that?
Sorry?
There's a prayer?
Yeah, this is the way you acknowledge it. You say, oh God, everything is good from you, and you are the one who has been gracious to me, etc., etc. These are all whatever you understood from your previous experience. And now it is the time to express it, because you are in need of some sort of knowledge, guidance for the future that you don't have it. So what you say, if only I knew which is better, I would choose that one, but I don't know. So who knows the best one or the better one for you?
I myself.
No, you cannot know the future.
No.
The creator, because you see the creator knows what he's doing.
I think I'm getting confused. So you're saying this prayer of asking for good.
Good. What is good? Not istikhara.
It's
Istikhara,
bargain,
but
right?
People use it as a bargaining. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah.
Okay, but
People usually in the culture,
right.
I will pray and God will tell me what will happen in the future. That's what the people do. If you don't know, you know, if you are going to get married, especially if you are going to apply for a job, for example, brother, sister, make istikhara. Why? But God will tell you about the future. No. Acknowledge that khair, good, is from Him. Yeah, it is time now. You don't know, but you don't know what is good for you. Now, you know that good is from the Creator.
Oh, okay.
Acknowledgement.
So you're saying that people use it when they have multiple options. So they're asking the Creator to
Show me
direct
the.
them.
Yeah, that is bargaining.
That's a very good one. I mean, ultimately the decision is yours. So you can just pray, I acknowledge that all these options are given by you. So
Use your human qualities to make the decision, but acknowledge that. Who knows what is good for you in the future?
oh, the source of existence.
Whoever created the universe. That's it. That's worship. The other is bargaining. It's a very, very ridiculous way of bargaining. Tell me what is good in the future.
So when you are presented with options, you should be.
Oh, that is something, and you have to search for it. But at the same time, you have to admit or express that you don't know the future.
Right.
And-
Which is exactly what this is the period is.
Yes, exactly. Supposed to be in this way.
When you're doing this, you're actually saying, God, you know and I do not know.
That's
This
it.
is the beginning
That's
of
it.
prayer.
But
I don't know and you know. So it's supposed to be like the prophet was telling us, this is a good opportunity for you to express your need, your reality.
your need, your acknowledgement. But I slept for that's what is called in the culture. I slept for istikhara. I didn't see anything. Or the result didn't turn out to be the best. For example, it means either God didn't know, or there is no God at all, or this God is not really listening to you. That's all messed up. Meaningless things.
So it's really a means to be grateful, right? Hey, you presented me with all these options. I don't know, and I'm just gonna do my best and pick one. And ultimately, you're the one.
So
who makes.
your action is another method. Because you have to think, you have to choose, you have to decide, you have to investigate, you have to ask the experts. You have to make a consultation with the people who know. That's how the order is.
You have to consult people.
So, of course, you have to
It's
ask
my
the experts. When you are in, why do you go to the doctor?
Isn't
When
it
you don't
my,
know how to repair your machine, why do you go to a technician? Istishara. So, in your social relationship, if you don't know what to do, go to the experts.
but ultimately, it's gonna be my decision. I'm gonna take
At
what
the
they
end,
have to say.
going to the istishara consultation is also your decision. If you say, I am going to know everything by myself, that's the choice. As well, is it realistic? Think about it.
Okay, so do consult with different people, but
Of course.
ultimately you
While
assess
you are
it and then
consulting-
you make your own decision.
Well, yeah, but the consultation is also your decision. But when you are consulting, what you have to do, that is how I am made. And this is the order of my creation. I have to obey the order. And when you have this consciousness, while you are making istishara with the experts, you are worshipping. If you have this consciousness. If you don't have a consciousness, you go to the family counseling, wasting your time. Although you get the result, doesn't matter. You wasted your time as far as the purpose of your existence is concerned.
I'm sorry, say that last part again. But why are you wasting your time if you're consulting with family?
If you don't acknowledge the creator worship,
Mm-hmm.
so you are not worshiping God, it means you wasted your time.
Oh. Oh, wow.
You see, it's a very simple.
Oh, great.
You know, from one aspect, religion is very simple. Practicing belief is very simple. Very simple. But it needs consistency, which is most difficult.
Okay.
Because we just forget it. We just run away from it.
Let's-
Run away from it. Why? Because we are not really sincere and serious in religious matters. When it comes to religious matters, we are very simplistic. Imitation, following, going with the flow. When it comes to worldly affairs, everybody investigates through Google and asks everything. Just to change the screen, how many people I asked, you know? Get the price, etc. Advices, yeah. Just the screen, if I don't change it, it works as well.
Were you conscious and aware when you were doing that?
That's
So you said that since everything is given, hence that makes it a gift, and we deserve nothing, right?
we cannot claim anything. It is given to me. We cannot claim that we deserve something. Yeah. For example, I claim that I deserve 2 ears. What? I deserve that my mind will work perfectly as I expect. What is the source of deserving and what have you done? As far as the creation is concerned, we deserve nothing.
So that raises another question. So because we've been kind of studying the fact that there must be a creator to my own existence, there must be a creator that provides for my needs.
Mhm.
So doesn't that cause some sort of entitlement towards like, okay, I deserve certain things in life because if the creator created me and he created some items to fulfill my needs, I'm deserving that?
No, not deserving. I am expecting. I am in need of it.
I'm interested in it.
I am in need of it. I am in need of it. Acknowledge it. And he's giving me free, not because I deserve it. He's giving me free.
Trying to wrap my head around it.
So, but he's giving me free. Because in this culture, we are told that I worked, I deserve the result. We confuse. We confuse the creation and when we do something, we don't create. We ask the creator, beg the creator to create it for me. And my share is begging from the creator. Even when you are eating, when you are drinking, you have to be conscious you are asking the creator to give you satisfaction. Because you drank the ready water there, ready created water, ready created desire, ready created qualities, everything, and say, I drank water, I must be satisfied. I deserve to be satisfied. Don't you understand that it is baseless? Everything is given to you. What do you deserve?
But my need itself,
Yeah.
I guess the existence of that need has been
Given to you
given to me
in order to
look for things that
somebody is going to give it to you.
Yeah.
So your need deserves to be. Think about it.
No, I get the part where claiming that you deserve something is kind of negative per se, but but the need itself, it's kind of like a vicious cycle. It's like I would have never had the requirements to look for what I deserved in the first place, or have the kind of like the feeling to claim what I deserve if I didn't have the need in the first place. So it's kind of like.
But need, by definition, is not a positive thing. It's a negative thing. You know, you are needy.
Right.
You are needy. Can you imagine?
But I wouldn't have been needy if I wasn't created.
Okay, this is given to you. That's a very good thing. Through need, you understand that you cannot create and you need somebody else to create it.
Right.
So what they say.
Like say you feel thirsty. You deserve to drink.
Because you felt thirsty.
So I'm trying to take a step back. That's exactly where I'm trying to get at. But a step back, which is like, why do I have the need? Like, why do I?
No, I understand, but in practical terms, like right now, if you're thirsty,
Yeah.
you say that I deserve to drink.
I deserve to have something available.
No, because you deserve. Be careful.
I have the need in the first place, right?
Forget about God and everything right now. If you feel thirsty, you're gonna say I deserve to drink.
I wouldn't say I deserve for free. Like, sure, there's an element of working for it, right?
No, whatever it is, whatever you do, even you work, you cannot create anything. You are just asking.
Right.
You have to be very careful.
Right. I'm not trying to get at like I'm going to create something with
So,
this.
you cannot.
Working for it.
So,
It's the
for
word
example,
name.
if you come to my house and let's say repair my window, you deserve to be paid from me. Not because I'm not the creator, you are not the creator, do you understand? But when it comes to your relationship with the creator, you only acknowledge the need that you are needy. You are created needy. Now please give me. What happens now? I know in the culture, some people even philosophically argue that, look, since I am created by something, whatever, and I am in need of it, and this creator must accomplish it. So that's fine. And take it for granted that it is his duty to accomplish it, and it is compulsory on him to do it. And I will be sitting here because you created me hungry, so you have to give me the food. They don't understand the purpose of being created in this world with the sense of need. They are misusing it. They are actually exploiting it, saying that you created me needy. But you say, for example, with a very important point here, now a little bit jumping, a little bit, not fast. I am in need of eternal happiness. So what I have to do I say that I deserve to be eternally happy? No. I have to acknowledge that the one who created me with the need for the eternal happiness, it is a promise from him that he will give it to me. So I hope he will give it to me. I don't deserve it, but I hope he will give it to me. My duty is to acknowledge who gave you this sense, who can satisfy. That's my duty. Who gave you this sense? The one who created you. Who can satisfy it? The one who creates the whole universe for you, as an evidence in front of you. So you turn back to him and say that we are, or I am, in need of eternal happiness. That's what we do in the prayer. Iyaka na'budu. What does it mean? Everything in the universe is in need of you. I am aware of it and I acknowledge it. Not only me, everything in the universe is in need of you. Because of you, we exist. Because of your preference, I have these qualities. Acknowledgement, that's very simple. Prayer is acknowledgement. وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. We seek help from you. It means you can satisfy it, I acknowledge it. That's it. No bargaining. Acknowledgement. Only you can satisfy it. I acknowledge it. Simple. So the prayer becomes meaningful, and your life becomes meaningful. Yep. And your religion, religious life, etc., concerns become meaningful. Otherwise, following the tradition or culture, just saying that we are Muslims, it is a waste of time, unfortunately. So belief training is the essence of everything. So we have to carry on this. Now we have to stop.
Just one last point.
Okay.
I'm thirsty. I'm in need of water.
Yeah.
I question this sense of being given thirst.
Yeah.
And I realized that if I'm given this thirst, there must be something to quench it.
Yeah.
So I follow the order in creation and I look for water.
So while we are all doing this, are you acknowledging that who set this order? You are thirsty, then you go and search for water, look for it, I don't know, spring or fountain or a water supply system, and go and ask somebody who's likely, according to your experience. All the system has been given to you in order to communicate with the Creator. Acknowledge it. Never forget that the gist, the crux of worship is acknowledgement. Acknowledging intellectually, emotionally, physically. Physically acknowledging. Why? You go to the land, cultivate it. So you say, you are great, Allahu Akbar. Huh? And I am nothing. I cannot create anything. I exist just because you willed me to exist, express it. Huh? Bowing, frustration. If you don't physically do it, it means, what are you doing? Intellect, you say, I know. You are the government and I'm not going to pay my tax. Huh? I know. You are the government. Carry on. I know. That's why in Islam, those people who didn't want to pay tax, zakat, they said, administratively, what are you doing? So it's another subject, but you see the consistency there. Everything is consistent, but if we locate everything within belief or on the belief foundation, it makes sense. Otherwise, you turn religion into, I am a Muslim, the Quran says so, Prophet did so, and we have to follow it no matter what.
Or there's no religion at all, where
Yeah.
I'm free to do whatever.
Yeah. I don't know which one is better. I don't know which one is better, or is there any difference? Really essential. One of them is open, the other one is rejecting. That's it.
Rejecting religion.
Yeah, it means closing the door completely. No, there is a difference there. I think we have to stop here. So, Assalamu alaikum. Any more questions? Would you like to say something you want?
I have a question. Something like you were talking about Istikhara prayer. Something like Salatul Hajjah.
Whatever it is.
How is it different that if everything is an expression of need, why is there a special prayer for this?
The time of prayer. When you are hungry, you start searching for the food. When you are not hungry, you don't. That's so simple. So the Salatul Hajjah is the same. It is the time to express your consciousness. Otherwise, no bargaining. If you bargain, you waste your time. And especially, not only wasting, missed the point and maybe disappointment. And most of the people say, if there was God, there would be no evil in the world. So we prayed, the prayer is not responded.
So you have to do the action as well if you're asking for something.
Definitely.
So that's the
okay, you know.
That's the whole
But
point,
consciousness, if the point is, while you have to do it, then you are doing the action. Who is not doing it?
The point of the sentence that you read at the beginning is that consciousness and that prayer, whatever form that consciousness comes in, is not for something in the future. It's for something that already happened.
Yeah, and from this experience, we are concluding what we have, or we are presenting what we have concluded for our previous experience. Have you ever seen any farmer who is not going and cultivating the land and saying that, please God, give me some produce? Have you seen any? No, the point is everybody does the work. Point is the consciousness side is missing. Even among the believers as well. That's why we spend all this time. Those people who said that I believe in God, but no consciousness. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين